When my parents threatened to sue me unless I gave my house to my sister, I thought I was living through my worst nightmare. But what I didn't realize was that this moment, the ugliest, most painful moment of my life, would become the start of something I never thought I'd have: freedom. You see, I grew up in a family where the rules weren't written, but they were crystal clear. My sister was the favorite, the golden child. She could stumble, mess up, even fail completely, and somehow she'd still be praised. Meanwhile, I was the afterthought. The one expected to stay quiet, to make sacrifices, to clean up the messes no one wanted to deal with. As a kid, I tried everything to earn their approval. I studied harder, worked longer, tried to impress them with every little achievement. But no matter what I did, it was never enough. If I brought home good grades, it was expected. If my sister barely passed, it was celebrated. And over time, I learned my role: be the reliable one, the one who doesn't complain, the one who gives without asking for anything back. So when I finally built something for myself, a home, something I paid for with years of sweat and sacrifice, I thought maybe, just maybe, this would be the moment they'd finally look at me with pride. But I was wrong. Instead of celebrating with me, they came knocking with demands. Not congratulations, not even a smile. Just entitlement. You should give the house to your sister, they said. She needs it more. Be a good brother. At first, I thought it was a joke. But the more I pushed back, the clearer it became: they weren't asking. They were expecting. And when I said no, their disappointment turned to anger. Suddenly, I was selfish. Ungrateful. The problem child. And then came the final blow. A letter. Legal language printed neatly on paper. My own parents were preparing to sue me, for refusing to give away the one thing I had earned entirely on my own. Imagine that. Not strangers, not enemies, my own family dragging me into court because I had finally chosen myself. For a moment, I felt crushed. Betrayed. How could the people who raised me, who were supposed to protect me, go this far? I wanted to scream, to ask them why my sister's happiness was worth more than my entire life's work. But deep down, I already knew the answer: this wasn't about fairness. It never had been. It was about control. And that realization changed everything. That letter, that threat, it was my breaking point. The moment I finally understood that no matter what I did, their approval was never coming. And for the first time in my life, I stopped chasing it. I stopped bending over backwards just to be seen. I stopped sacrificing my happiness for people who treated me like an afterthought. And in that moment, I felt something I had never felt before: freedom. It wasn't easy. Walking away from family never is. There were nights I lay awake, questioning if I had made the right choice. But every time I looked around at the walls of the home I built with my own hands, I remembered: this was mine. My effort, my sacrifice, my achievement. And no one, not even the people who raised me, had the right to take it away. Losing their approval hurt. It left scars I still carry. But what I gained was worth everything. I gained the ability to live my life without guilt, without manipulation, without being forced into someone else's shadow. And if you've ever been overlooked, pushed aside, or told you don't matter, you know exactly how powerful that freedom feels. Sometimes the hardest break is the one that saves you.